Thanks for tuning in with us again here at Mike's Archery, and today we're checking out the brand new Elite Ritual 30. Now I'll be honest, this is the first year we've had Elite, so we didn't have the Ritual last year to be able to really compare it to, but this is their new Ritual 30, and it's just a shorter version of the Ritual from last year. Very similar to it in most all the specs, other than the axle to axle obviously. It is 30.5 inches axle to axle. This bow's coming in on the speeds at like 332 feet per second. So decent speeds for a nice little compact tree stand bow. All the reports I've been getting from some of the guys we've been talking to that have shot the Ritual in the past is that this shoots very similar. We will go give it a few shots, give you an idea of what we feel, the shot placement and hold and draw curve and all that, what we think about it. But what I've been told from some people is that it's very similar to the Ritual, just a shorter version of it. So this bow is only 4.1 pounds and obviously available in a ton of colors. If you're familiar with the Elite lineup, they make a ton of really cool colors that are a lot different than most everybody else. So check those out if you want something in a custom. This may be one of the bows for you. A couple of things we looked at, a little different from some of the others. Obviously they've got limb stops on the Elite. A lot of the bows that we stock and some of the other brands don't have limb stops, but the Elite does. Binary cam system. No real adjustment on the cam without changing modules. So it is a module specific bow. So if you find yourself getting this bow and you need to tweak it a ½ inch or an inch, you're going to need to get modules for it and have your shop swap those out for you. But overall, beautiful looking bow, great looking bow. The grip feels really good in the hand, nice thin grip. I do like the cutouts in this riser with that little bridged hole through there. The cutouts are really cool looking on this thing. Couple other features we've got here on the new Ritual 30 with those limb stops. They've got the limb pad here on the limbs that you can, obviously when you're rolling over the cam, it's hitting that. One of the other features I noticed that's a little different from some of the other brands is it does have the adjustable cable slide. So a lot of these roller guards on a lot of the other bows, there's no adjustment once you get them. Elite has incorporated some adjustment screws in there and adjustment marks on there so that you can actually pull that cable rod in or out depending on the setup and the tuning that you're trying to get there. So some nice things. So I think so from adjustability standpoint, this bow is going to be really nice. That 6 3/4 inch brace height I think is a nice spot to be to give you that equal forgiveness as well as shootability in it. So overall, great looking bow, and we're going to shoot it here in just a few minutes and kind of give you an overview of what we think of that. But overall, I think Elite's got a great product here, and if you're an Elite fan or are looking for something that's really smooth and a great shooting bow, but short and compact for that blind or tree stand hunting, I think this is going to be one of the bows you want to look at. So we're going to take a shot out of it here in a little bit and give you a report on that as well. So we're out here taking a look at the new Ritual 30 from Elite and shooting a few arrows through it, just getting a feel for it here, what we think. And I'll be honest, real good shooting bow. When you come to full draw, that limb stop definitely makes a great solid back wall on this bow. Draw cycle on it, even though it's a 70-pound bow, nothing much different than everything else. I mean, it's a nice smooth draw, comes over the hump good. Sits in your hand well. Like I said, I do like that solid back wall that a limb stop does give it. A lot of these bows, the companies that we're using are not using limb stops, but Elite was one of the first, I think, to do a limb stop. And it does make a difference, so it makes a very solid back wall. Grip feels good in your hand. Does have just a little twinge of vibration in there, not a lot. I think once, obviously this bow's got nothing on it, so you take this bow, put your stabilizer, your rest, and suit this thing up the way it needs to be done for a hunting setup. I don't think you're going to notice that vibration at all, but it does have just a little twinge of vibration in the handle when you shoot it. But overall, I think this Ritual 30 is going to be a great bow. Nice bow with the short axle to axle, just sits really well, and I think you're going to like it. So be sure and check this one out. Give us a call at Mike's Archery. Stop in and see us. We'll get you set up with one, and I think you'll be happy.